Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Build. Now after I finished the first part of the build, I decided to name this place Adrial, and you'll find out why in the future. Today, we will be taking a look at building the first half of the market section of the village. This is where the majority of the village's fishing takes place. I began by laying out the pathways and marking out a market square. I didn't like the way the center square looked, so I replaced the existing blocks with half slabs and the sandstone with chiseled stone. I then built a central beacon that would bring light to the late night workers and call home the last few fishing boats. I then began laying out a rough outline of where each of the buildings would go. The market is split into two sections. The half on the left is more storage warehouses, while the right contains the stalls and shops. I added two circles to the layout, one on either side of the market, and these will be turned into watchtowers. Now the village is peaceful, but they are always wary of those who would bring harm to it. Then began the work on the docks. Now I couldn't just build one dock for this place, boats are coming and going at all times of the day. So I built four, two small ones in the middle and two medium ones on either side. And on the opposite side of the village, we will have incredibly large docks for bigger boats. Now something surprised me while I built the stilts for the dock, and that was that this side of the village falls off very quickly. 5 or 6 blocks and it's a near straight drop into the deep. I began working on the first building. Now by its position and size, I wanted this to be the market's tavern, a place for coming and going from the village and to stop by and have a quick drink and get some food before setting off again. I wanted the tavern to be a place that was easy to get in and out of. If you're coming in from your house and spot a friend having a drink, you can pop in for a moment and hang out. At first I used oak stairs as seats, but later changed them to sandstone as they didn't blend with the floor so much. And the tables at first were fence posts and stone pressure pads, which later changed to pistons and sticky pistons. I added some designs in the floor with spruce and jungle wood, and put up a few paintings to liven the place up a bit. Now I don't have much experience building roofs, so I built this one as a normal peaked roof, using oak stairs as shingles. Coming to the front, I took out the dirt and filled in the hole with fence posts as a support. Going inside, I threw up a quick set of glowstone lights. The tavern now done, it was time to start on the first of the stalls. These are more or less my test designs. I'd never built market stalls before, so I wanted to see what I could do with them. Bringing up supports on either side, I realized the tavern roof was in the way. Luckily, I really didn't like the way it looked at this part, and decided to take it out. I think these stalls turned out really well as my first attempt. Now I just have to improve them as I continue to build the village. Now we move on to the large shop, a place that will sell vegetables, bread, and seeds for the farmers. Because let's be honest, fish gets a little old after a while. The tavern being the only other large building so far, I wanted this to be different from it. It ended up having more of a Legend of Zelda feel than I'd expected it to have when I finished. Instead of wood flooring, I used sandstone and stone brick. I looked around and added double chests where I thought they would fit best, and put a picture frame over each one showing what they would contain. Adding a few paintings to liven up the place, it was pretty much done. Now I wanted to try something different with this shop, and instead of having a single peaked roof, I wanted it to have a double peaked roof. Now it looks a little weird when it's done, but I kind of like it. Climbing outside, I had an empty plot. Now I didn't know what I wanted to put here, and I thought about putting up an armor store, but that would go on the other end of town. So this became more or less a fishing contest information hub, which is kind of weird, but I really liked it. Coming to the last stall in this row, I decided to change it from being more market stalls and turned it into more of an announcement area. So if you had something you wanted to share, if you wanted to get married, this would be kind of a place to go. There will probably be one of these per district. And now it's time to move on to the large section of stalls in the middle. Now, I didn't have some grand design for these things, and again, this was more or less a first attempt. So I just kind of winged it and made them all kind of look similar but have their own feel, I guess you could say. So we moved on to the last part of the build today, which will be the first of the two towers. Now, my computer was starting to lag a little at this point. I don't know why. But this didn't come out the way I'd expected it to, because I was in a bit of a rush to get it done. So probably next episode, I'll come back and tear this down and rebuild it as I'd first envisioned it. And that's it for the first half of the Market District. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you watched. I shall see you guys later. Have a good day, and goodbye.